In the dark forests of South Africa, something walks upright at night. This has been described as not a man, not a baboon, and not quite an ape. Villagers call it the Otang. Farmers say that it comes at night and steals oranges and livestock, and they refer to it as the Waterbobbejan, otherwise known as the water baboon. And this creature is known as one common name as South Africa's Bigfoot. You heard that right. South Africa has its own Bigfoot, and it has been sighted many times. Sightings of this elusive creature date back for many years, centuries, basically since the written record has been there in South Africa. And in the Knysna Forest, where the main sightings I'm going to be talking about today, these have been documented by someone known as Gareth Patterson. Here is his book on it. It is called Beyond the Secret Elephants. I'm going to link it below because I think it is worth the read. It has a foreword by Dr. Jeff Meldrum, who is well known in the States for his Bigfoot research. And basically, Robert Patterson came to fame by documenting the existence of something that we also thought was extinct, which was the Knysna elephants. The Knysna elephants, there was reported to only be one opud, but research has shown that there is a small population of elusive creatures that are essentially living in the Knysna forests. Now, if elephants are said to be extinct, and we know that they are not, then imagine how something elusive such as this undiscovered primate has also remained to be undetected. Now, this creature is described as somewhere between 5 and 8 feet. It is described as being built like a bodybuilder with broad shoulders. It has russet hair. Some people describe creatures with darker hair or beige hair. This is also something that varies with American Bigfoot sightings. And they describe it as walking like a man. It has also been sighted as far in South Africa as the Northwest, where in 1965, 2 boys reported seeing one. In the local legend, it is said that it lives near rivers and waterfalls and that it dwells in caves, and it goes by 2 names, which are used interchangeably for what I think is the same thing. So some people call it the Otang, other people call it the Waterbobbejan. But what we know is that the creatures that are described are similar. There are reports that these creatures come out at night, that they are only active at night, and that they perhaps steal oranges and apples, and sometimes they take livestock. And they are also known to throw stones. Biologist Gareth Patterson claims that he has seen the Otang not once, not twice, but 3 times. Now, this is a man who is very well known in South Africa. He has a stellar reputation. And his descriptions, like I said, go and buy the book and read it. It is worth a read. Is described as having a hulking humanoid shape and was peeking at him from behind a tree covered in russet hair. And his first encounter was one that was relatively small. He said about 5'3". That is about my height. I'm 5'4", so slightly smaller than me, but built like a bodybuilder. And he reported feeling watched. And these accounts have also been repeated by tourists. There was a description of some tourists that told someone where they were staying with that they had seen 3 of these creatures cross the road at night on 2 legs. And when asked if they perhaps saw a baboon, they got visibly upset because they said they know what a baboon looks like. This was not a baboon. This was something that they had never seen before, and their brains couldn't comprehend it. And footprints have been found of these creatures as well. Like I said, go and read the book because they are documented in there. And these footprints are human-like with a big toe aligned with the rest. And who is going to be walking around barefoot in the Knysna Forest, where there are puff adders and all sorts of other things that if you step on them can really do you damage? Scorpions, among other things. This just seems something that is really interesting to me. What is leaving footprints in the soil? Now, according to testimony from forest workers, the Otang is seen mainly at night, and it is well known among their communities. There are stories that are passed down about this creature, and they consider it part of the natural habitat, much like the elephants, and that they grow up to 7 feet tall. They have broad shoulders, massive legs, powerful stance, that bodybuilding physique. And legends of the Waterbobbejan are also very similar, and these legends claim that they live behind waterfalls in caves, and that they're always by water, and that they like to sometimes, for example, abduct livestock. And these creatures are also described as very shy, and it is said that if you go looking for them, you will never find them. You basically, they will find you, much like the elephants. That is something that Gareth Patterson reiterates many times in his book. So, what are the theories behind this creature? Well, first is perhaps the official explanation that this is misidentified baboons or Simango monkeys, but scientists admit that these species never reach anywhere near 6 feet tall, and it's unlikely that so many witnesses will, misidentify a baboon. I have seen many baboons in my life, and none of them have ever been near 6 feet tall. The second possibility is perhaps that it is some sort of relic hominid, an undiscovered species of Australopithecus, like apes still surviving in remote forest pockets in South Africa. Like I said, those forest elephants, we thought that they were extinct. They could have been perhaps an example of the the Texas Lazarus effect, but instead they were brought to life by Gareth Patterson himself. He is the one who has documented a small population of them. And they are also perhaps underground whispers of a missing link, a forgotten human ancestor, certain case such as Oliver the Humanzee, which I'm going to cover on this channel, comes to mind, wild and intelligent. And there's also the dark folklore theory that this is perhaps something spiritual that travels between realms, that it is a guardian of the forest, a spirit-bound watcher, being older than history, the written history at least. And the two names are perhaps the same. If the two names are perhaps describing the same thing, what else have we misunderstood? Now, from Knysna's misty trees to the hidden waterfalls of the northwest, something still walks at South Africa at night. Something is watching, observing, and waiting. Is the Otang different from the Waterbobbejan, or is this the same thing? And does South Africa have its own Bigfoot? And if these beings are still alive, why have they never been captured on clear camera trails? Or have they? Now, let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you think that it's possible for South Africa to have its own Bigfoot? Even better, have you seen something like this? If so, please send me an email. I would love to document your sighting. And for those of you, remember to keep your salt shakers nearby because things are getting spooky.